In the heart of ancient Greece, three men embarked on a quest for wisdom, changing the course of history with their thoughts. These were no ordinary thinkers, but luminaries whose ideas would cast long shadows over the sands of time, shaping the way we think about life, the universe, and everything in between. Socrates, the man who believed in the power of good question. Plato, who dared to dream of a perfect world beyond our reach, and Aristotle, the polymath, who sought to ground knowledge in the tangible world. But why are they still the superstar philosophers today? Socrates, the man who knew that he knew nothing, wandered around Athens, striking up conversations with just about anyone. He was convinced that the way to truth was through asking the right questions. Believed wisdom wasn't about storing knowledge, but about recognizing one's own ignorance. Socrates made it his life mission to challenge through the unique method of questioning. He engaged with citizens of Athens, aiming to uncover the deeper truth of ethics, politics, and life itself. His approach was not without danger. In a time when Athens was suffering from war and political turbulence, questioning the foundations of society was risky. Eventually, his persistence led to his downfall. Charged with corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods, Socrates faced trial and was sentenced to death. He had a way out, but chose to stay, drinking poison in a final act of resistance, a testament to his commitment to his principles. From the legacy of Socrates emerged Plato, a student who would become a master in his own right. He founded the Academy, history's first institution of higher learning. Plato envisioned the world beyond the tangible, a realm of perfect forms where truth, beauty, and justice existed. He believed that for everything we see, there's a perfect version of it we can't see. His allegory of the cave remains one of the most profound meditations on reality and enlightenment, a story that illustrates the difference between the shadows we see in the world and the reality of the forms. He challenged us to imagine prisoners, only ever seeing shadows, and then consider what would happen if they were freed and exposed to the sun's light. This allegory wasn't just a neat story. It was Plato's way of explaining how we might be content with a mere reflection of reality without ever experiencing its true form. Through his written dialogues, Plato explored everything from politics to love, justice to art. His Republic remains a cornerstone of political philosophy, envisioning a society ruled by philosopher kings who rule not for power or personal gain, but for the good of the people. This idea of utopia, guided by wisdom and justice, was Plato's dream, a stark contrast to the often harsh reality of Athenian politics. While Plato looked to the heavens for ideal forms, his student Aristotle's approach was empirical, grounded in observation and study. Aristotle's philosophy was about categorizing, understanding, and explaining the world as it is. He believed that to understand something, you had to study it up close, not just think about what it should be like. His way of breaking down arguments and ideas laid the foundation for logic and reasoning as we know them today. His work laid the groundwork for nearly every field of study that exists today, making him perhaps the most influential polymath ever. At the Lyceum, where he founded his school of philosophy, Aristotle laid the foundations of countless disciplines, from logic to biology, ethics to politics. His empirical methodology defined the scientific method as we know it today. His ethics centered on virtue and the pursuit of eudaimonia, or human flourishing that allows us to be happy and live life as it should be lived. He believed that happiness and living a good life comes from being virtuous in the real world. Aristotle's influence stretches through the ages, earning him the title of the master of those who know, a recognition of his enduring impact on Western thought. Aristotle's contribution spanned virtually every area of knowledge available at the time, from biology, where he is considered the father of the discipline, to ethics, metaphysics, and politics. His method of logic became the backbone of Western intellectual thought, emphasizing the importance of empirical evidence and reasoned argument. Fast forward a couple of thousand years and we're still talking about Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, not just because they're the founding fathers of Western philosophy, it's because they tackled the big questions about life, truth, and what it means to be human, questions that we're still trying to answer today. Socrates teaches us the power of questioning, showing that sometimes understanding begins with challenging what we think we know, and that could start with a very simple question. Plato invites us to dream of a better world, not just to accept things as they are, but to envision how they could be improved. And Aristotle grounds us, urging us to engage with the world as it is, to embrace reason and observation as our guides to knowledge. He is a reminder that the details matter, that by studying the world around us, we can begin to understand the how and why of existence. Their dialogues with the past are dialogues with the present, conversations that continue as long as humans seek wisdom. In an era dominated by rapid technological advancement and complex ethical dilemmas, the philosophies of these three thinkers offer a compass by which we might navigate the turbulent seas of existence. These three philosophers set the stage for the entire Western tradition of inquiry, debate, and scientific exploration. Their ideas about ethics, politics, science, and the nature of reality are still relevant, influencing everything from the way we govern societies to how we seek knowledge. They remind us that exploring the depths of human thought isn't just an academic exercise. It's a journey to understanding the very essence of life itself. As we stand on the shoulders of these giants, looking out over the landscape of human thought, we are reminded that the journey towards wisdom is an eternal quest, marked by the questions we dare to ask and the dreams we dare to dream. Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, in their unique ways, invite us on this journey, offering their insights as companions on the road to understanding the essence of life and the universe. In their teachings, we find not just the roots of Western philosophy, but a timeless guide to navigating the complexities of the human condition.